Welcome to the garage, as some might pronounce it. I know it's garage, I don't care. I'm sorry for the crappy camera on this. I'm sorry for all of the one-take videos I've been putting up, but unfortunately that's all I got in me at the moment because, well, I am exhausted. March was the month from hell, and I'm not even talking about, March and Tosh or anything. It just, for personal life stuff, it was not fun at all. So why are we out here in this cold-ass garage at almost midnight? Well, I have a thing I have to do, because this old MDD here that has been with me, thanks to Darth Beagle, is unfortunately going bye-bye tomorrow, because he actually gave me another G4, a digital audio G4, that you saw in a March and Tosh video that I did. And that thing, for my uses, is actually better because it's quieter. It has only a 1.4 gigahertz single core G4, which is fine because this dual processor G4 doesn't really do much for you in OS 9. So the digital audio, being a faster single processor model, does better in Mac OS 9 than this thing does, in my opinion. So it does it being quieter, too. I mean, the video card notwithstanding. So, yeah, we're coming out here to test this thing out. And this table is just stuff that I need to get rid of because I'm cleaning out my retro stash and trying to consolidate it down as much as I can. This is some water cooling case I wanted to actually put my server build into, but unfortunately I would need an ITX power supply for this, and I don't have one. So I need to get this out of the way because I need to set up a monitor here so we can test out this G4, because I know it to work. And I believe fully that it works fine, but my luck has been that, if I hand it off to somebody else, which it's going to somebody else tomorrow, the minute they get it home, it's not going to work because I didn't test it. So I want to make sure it works. Let's go ahead and open this up, just see what it is packing. Now, I did pull my GPU out of here, so this is rocking, I believe, a GeForce 2. I could be wrong. I believe that's ADC and DVI, which I should have. I did throw in one of my SATA cards for good measure because, well, why not? The airport card is somewhere, and I don't know where, but I don't think it's going to matter because these Wi-Fi standards are so old that this is not going to interface with anything modern. So we have the good old Molex power, the IDE ribbons are in there. I'm not going to bother to hook them up at the moment, but it's got my 2 hard drives in there, which I'm just leaving them in there because I don't care. Then the person this is going to requested if I would sell him one of my blue SCSIs, but I said no in the interest of paying it forward. Well, I'll just give you one, and that's what I did. So I said, here, it's going to be in here because I will forget it otherwise. So we are fully maxed out on RAM, 2 gigabytes, and this is a dual 1.25. This machine initially began life as a single 1.25, but yeah. So the power supply is an ACBell, and it's been recapped, so that's another fun selling point of this G4. Anyway, let's get the power hooked up and see if this thing will give me a post at the very least, because that's what I'm looking for. If I get the gray screen, I'm calling it good, and we're ready for tomorrow. I'm going to go with the I don't want to hear it. I know my garage is a mess because this is like the horde that I'm trying to clean up here. And you can see there's my G3 mini tower, the 9600 that is very disrespected at the moment. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to go through here and clean up, but our monitor should be somewhere below us. Oh, good, there we go. And the monitor, unfortunately, took a bit of an injustice, but it looks like it is still working, so we'll see what she's got. Start her up, stuntman. Or the chime, you can't because the speaker is so badly degraded at this point that it just sounds like a whisper. And we have video. And it's like, there's no hard drive, buddy. I really need to bring this monitor back into my room because it's actually a pretty damn good one. And it has a sync on green capability, which is also a nice bonus, but it does work. So, yeah, I could just hook the IDE drives back up. In fact, I think I will. Time for another bit of janky one-takeness here, because one of the reasons why I've been doing one-takes as well is because my tripod that I use for filming is broken. So, yeah, I need to go buy another one of those at some point when I have a little bit more money to play with. But I forgot that the whole hard drive caddy just comes out super easy. So I should be able to just get that in there. And then, yeah, those will be oriented the right way. Let's get these in here. I'm surprised this is working out as well as it is. And that way we'll see it boot into an OS, and we know beyond a reasonable doubt that this thing, in fact, does work. Get in there. So glad we're done with mulling. And now we plug it in. Just like that. There we go. And now she's done. I'm very pleased to report that that did not require a blood sacrifice like messing in these old machines usually does. So let's go ahead and boot it up again. I don't know if you can hear the pathetic chime that it tries to belt out with the blown speaker, but I hear the drive spinning up. And I think we're booting into Panther. Yay! Unfortunately, I'm going to have to just pull power on this thing because I don't have a keyboard plugged in. But yeah, we're in like sin, so it does work. So yeah, that's really it for this weird video. You might be wondering why I have a drive named Panther Bootstrap, and that's because I used to have a SATA card in here that would not work under Tiger. And then I had another SATA card in here that would not work under Classic. So I would have to, if I wanted to boot into Tiger from Classic, I'd have to boot to this drive first and then boot into Tiger, because only Mac OS X would see that second SATA card. So it was a weird setup, but now I have something a bit better. So yeah, that's it. So hopefully you enjoyed this, even though it's kind of a low quality bit of content, and I'll see you guys later.